I'm out on the river this evening on this Campion 542 Explorer with the Yamaha 150 4-stroke outboard. It's a beautiful running little boat here. We're going to put it through its paces in the water for you now to show you how it performs underway. But it cruises at around about 20 miles an hour, 3000 RPM. Very comfortable cruise. Flat out at 5,200 or 300 RPM, I'm seeing 45 miles an hour on the speedo, so good performing wee boat. Very capable little hull as well. But we're going to put it on the plane now and show you exactly how it runs. First of all, this outboard, the Yamaha 4-stroke 150, is a cracking outboard. Super reliable, very fuel efficient, very refined as well, nice and quiet. You almost wouldn't hear it running there at idle. Boat being a Campion's obviously very high quality fit and finish as well. Gear shift is nice, throttle is smooth, steering's nice and light. Hydraulic steering on this one too, which is good. We've got the little Garmin up here, GPS map 451S, accommodation chart plotter and fish finder, so we're seeing depth here, and up there's your GPS speed, that's in kilometers per hour. And then we've got our twin Yamaha dials here. So we've got our tacho here, this is RPM, running time or run time, and over here we've got our speed. Fuel gauge as well, we've got this analog fuel gauge. There's not a lot of fuel in the boat, so hopefully we won't run out. The clocks all appear to be working. I'm not sure though, just trimming this up here to see if the trim gauge works. Yeah, the little trim gauge there doesn't seem to be working. So that should be coming up and down here to show you. But the thing about an outboard is you can just turn around and look at it as well. So not mission critical or anything, the trim gauge. So that's her fully trimmed down. The covers are great as well. They do a great job of protecting you if you sort of feel well cocooned. This boat actually feels a lot bigger than her length. You know, she's only 5.5 meters, but she does feel a lot bigger. So anyway, let's put her on plane, bring her up to cruising speed, 3000 RPM. Then we'll drop the throttle and do a full speed run to show you how she performs here. So get her on plane, give her a handful of throttle first to get her on the plane. There's a wee bit of bow rise, but not too much. So here we go. So the bow drops down nice and quickly there. And then if you back her off to 3000 RPM, not too noisy, not a lot of engine noise, and you could cruise all day at this sort of speed, showing 20 miles an hour on the GPS. 32 kilometers on the GPS and 20 miles an hour on the speedo. So it's just a really relaxed cruising speed. Boat pretty much drives itself. let's give her full throttle now and take her up to top speed. It's a beautiful evening to be out on the river with a Campion. The water surface is lovely. It's great to see the beginnings of a bit of nice spring weather. But this little Campion 542 is a really impressive boat. But I'm surprised at how well it goes. Obviously, I've never driven one of these before, so this is my first time driving the Explorer range. I've sold and driven loads of Campions, the sports boats, before, and they're all very impressive handling boats. They feel nice and solid on the water, and this one's no exception. It's not a particularly big boat at 5.5 meters long, but it definitely behaves and handles like something a lot bigger. The covers and stuff probably contribute a lot to the sort of the feeling of you know, a solid boat. That does feel a lot more solid than you would expect. But there's no squeaks or rattles. You know, the hull is very assured. Obviously, the water's pretty flat here this evening, but cutting back across my own wake and things, you get the impression of how it would cope in a bit of a chop. And I'd say this thing would be pretty well assured in choppier conditions. The 150 horse Yamaha is running a dream, very sweet engine. It's getting up on plane quickly. You don't lose sight of the horizon whenever you're putting the boat on plane. It's cruising, very effortless, sort of comfortable cruise with not much engine noise at 3,000 RPM and 20 miles an hour. So that's going to be your normal cruising speed. But if you did want to pull the kids on skis or something, whenever you floor it, it will run up to right up to 45 miles an hour. So there's plenty of power there for pulling water toys and water skiers and stuff like that. So makes this boat a really good all-rounder. The hydraulic steering's really nice. You're getting no feedback. You're not having to fight the wheel to turn it. And if you do let go of the wheel, it tracks in a straight line. Throttle and shift controls are all very nice. Gauges are all working, bar that little trim gauge. GPS up there is good as well. So this is a cracking little boat. Good all-rounder for a family sort of fishing boat, ski boat, day cruiser. And I'm sure her next owner is going to be very pleased with her. So that's the Campion 542 Explorer. Hopefully this gives you a better idea how it performs on the water, but it is a really nice running little day boat. Thanks for watching.